Welcome to Automobile Center. Although motorcycles are now banned from racing the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb, that hasn't stopped the production of the new 2022 Ducati Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak high-performance ADV-based motorcycle. While the standard Multistrada V4 is ready for off-pavement duty, the new Pikes Peak is pure street. Let's find out what makes the hill climber tick. The is the third style of street-only motorcycle that uses the Ducati V4 power plant. The Panigale V4 started the ball rolling, with the Street Fighter V4 bringing the power plant to the upright masses. The 2022 Ducati Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak uses the Gran Turismo version of the V4. It powers all flavors of Multistrada V4, which puts out 170 horsepower at 10,500 revolutions per minute and a torque peak of 92 feet lbs at 8,750 revolutions per minute. It makes this happen with a 14:0:1 compression ratio, and the valves can go 36,000 miles between clearance checks. The exhaust gases are routed through a titanium and carbon fiber Akrapovic muffler. The race riding mode makes its debut on the Pikes Peak. While you won't be racing it at Pikes Peak, you can get track-level performance. Race mode broadens the hit of the reverend limiter, telling the rider to shift at the optimum RPM. The quick shifter is programmed to allow for the most aggressive of downshifts. Also, the throttle response is sharpened compared to the Multistrada V4's high power mode. The rest of the Ducati electronics suite is tuned for sportier riding than the ADV-aimed standard Multistrada V4. The wheels are what make the Pikes Peak a pure street bike with long travel suspension. The use of 17-inch wheels on both ends with Pirelli Diablo Rosso IV rubber tells you to stay out of the dirt. The black wheels are forged aluminum from Marcassini. The wheel's weight is nearly 6 pounds less than those employed on the upscale Multistrada V4S. The 2022 Ducati Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak is nearly 9 pounds lighter than the Multistrada V4S. Various carbon fiber goodies help cut ounces. Ducati outfitted the 2022 Pikes Peak with Öhlins semi-active suspension at both ends. The semi-active suspension gets the latest Smart EC 2.0 software you'll also find on the Panigale V4S and Street Fighter V4S. According to Ducati, the software adjusts for the rider's style. The fork has the same 6.7 inches of travel as the standard Multistrada V4, with the rear getting 0.4 inches less travel. Given the inevitable higher speeds on the street, the Pikes Peak monocoque frame has the front end kicked out a bit. The 25.75 degrees of rake on the Pikes Peak is 1.25 degrees more than the standard Multistrada V4, and the trail is lengthened by 0.7 of an inch. The wheelbase is also stretched 1.1 inches. Braking is derived from the Panigale V4. That means 330 mm front discs and Brembo Stylema calipers. The Multistrada V4S gets its own pads, while the Pikes Peak uses the more aggressive Panigale V4 brake pads in the front. The ergonomics on the 2022 Pikes Peak are more sport than ADV. Compared to the standard Multistrada V4, the Pikes Peak's foot pegs are moved up and back for more cornering clearance, and the handlebar is both lower and narrower. Safety features on the V4 Pikes Peak include cornering ABS, radar-supported adaptive cruise control, and blind spot detection. Everything is controlled via the 6.5-inch TFT dash, which interfaces with your smartphone. You can have the Pikes Peak in any livery you want, as long as it's Pikes Peak. As you can see, that's red and black, with inspiration coming from the GP21 MotoGP bike raced by Pecco Bagnaia and Jack Miller. Delivery of the 2022 Ducati Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak is in February. The MSRP is set at $28,995. making it the most expensive model in the Multistrada V4 lineup.